Okay, so this lesson is going to be on multiplying positive and negative fractions. These are the note sheets that you took home with you from class today. We're going to just fill in the blanks for the steps. The first one says make sure that both numbers are in fraction form. So you may have to change mixed numbers and whole numbers to fractions before you can multiply. Step 2, we're going to use a process called around the world. I think you guys have heard of that before. For mixed numbers and change them to improper fractions. Okay, moving down to step 3. All right. Step 3 says for whole numbers, to get them to fraction form, all we're going to do is place a 1 as the denominator to put it in fraction form. Then once we have two fractions, we can skip to step 4. We can multiply the top times the top over the bottom times the bottom. Okay, step 5 says to simplify. Step 6, this is the same, steps 6 and 7 are the same rules for multiplication as they were with integers. If the signs are the same, the answer will be positive. If the signs are different, the answer will be negative. That's the cops and gangster example that I gave you in class. So there's your notes. Now we're going to do some examples. Okay, so let's just start with the simple example. I'm going to multiply, okay, Kennedy, that's good. Go away. I'm going to multiply 3/5 times, I don't know, negative 2/3. Now first of all, these fractions are already, well, the numbers, excuse me, are already in fraction form. So I don't have to pay any attention to steps 1 through 3 that talk about getting my numbers in fraction form. I can skip straight to step number 4 that simply says top times top over bottom times bottom. So I'm going to go 3 times 2 is 6, and 5 times 3 is 15. Now, same rule as with the integers, the cops and gangster stuff. If the signs are different, this is a negative and this is a positive, then my answer is negative. The signs are the same, the answer is positive. But I do have to pay attention to step number 5, which says to simplify, because this fraction will reduce. 6/15. Each of these numbers have a common multiple. They're both divisible by 3. So I'm going to divide both the top and the bottom by 3, and I'll get 6 divided by 3 is 2, and 15 divided by 3 is 5. And remember, my answer has to be negative. Okay, let's do another one. Let's do one where we have to pay attention to steps 1 through 3, where we have to get the numbers into fraction form. Let's say I have negative 1/2 times 5. Let's make it negative 5. Okay, step number 1 says that your numbers have to be in fraction form. These numbers are in fraction form, so I've got to change them. This mixed number, according to step number 2, can be changed to an improper fraction using what we call around the world. You guys might have referred to it, I think, as Texas two-step, where you multiply the denominator times the whole number, and then you come around and you add the numerator. So 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. That's 3 over 2, and remember that's negative. Times this whole number. According to our steps, changing a whole number to a fraction is as simple as sticking a 1 underneath it. Bam. Now I've got two fractions that I can multiply and follow my step number 4, which says top times top, which is 15, and they're both negative, so my answer is going to be positive, over 2 times 1 is 2. Now I'm not quite done because step number 5 says simplify. I've left my answer here as an improper fraction, so what I need to do is change this into a mixed number by doing the division. 15 goes into 2. If you wanted to come over here to the side, excuse me, I said that wrong. 2 goes into 15. This is going to go 7 times with 1 left over. 7 and 1/2. Oops, it's not falling on the camera. There we go. So notice I took my 15 over 2, I came over here and I did the division. 15 goes under the division bracket, 2 on the outside. So 15 divided by 2 is 7, and I had 1 left over. Again, I'm just going to leave my answer as a mixed number rather than a decimal. That's 7 and 1/2. Okay, let's do one more. Let's do 4 2/3 negative times 2 1/5. Okay, what I have here is two mixed numbers that I need to change to improper fractions so that I can follow my rule of top times top over bottom times bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my around the world, or my Texas two-step, and I'm going to multiply. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 2 is 14. And then I keep that over my denominator. Keep that negative. Okay, times 2 times 5 is 10. Come around and add the 1. That's 11. Keep my denominator. So now what I have is negative 14 times positive 11. And if I want to come over here and work that out, I get, oh, what am I doing? Y'all know I do that just to keep y'all on your toes, right? 14 times 11. There we go. That looks much better. That equals 154 over 15. Now, I'm still not done because this is an improper fraction, and step number 5 says that I need to simplify. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to put my 154 under the division bracket, divided by 15. It's going to go one time. 15, excuse me, does not go into 4. And so what I have is 10 4/15. And it's negative. All right, so let's do a few problems over on the student side. You can bring these in tomorrow and we'll check them. I want you to tell me what negative 2 4/5 times 6 1/3 is. Number 2, I want you to tell me what negative 3/4 times negative 2/3 is. And the last one, let's do 4 1/3 times -5. All right, there's your practice problems. Come in tomorrow with those done.